Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we're going to talk about Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition, and we're going to talk about a comment left by Unscripted Unchained RPG Review. I think he goes by DM Bloodworth, and he left a comment, and we were talking about the books for Dungeons & Dragons. And there are 33 books that have been put out for Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition since 2014. And there's a big question now, like they have problems with some of the books, and printing the books and selling the books is challenging at times. They're doing a better job than anybody else in the tabletop role-playing game market. You can find, if tabletop role-playing game content is carried, Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition is first. That's 90% of all facilities. If you're going to find anything, you're going to find their content first, right? So you have that going on. And so he said, hey, what if Wizards of the Coast is going to dump print, right? And just stay with D&D Beyond, right? That would, they wouldn't have to deal with any of the shipping issues that they're dealing with right now. They had to delay several books last year, right? The other thing is when they print things in books, there's no errata that can sweep it away, right? And not only do you make a situation with print books where it's really fascinating. Like, listen to this with print books. Once you start printing books, the stuff that you want to take out of history's eye and the stuff you want to hide as a publisher, it can't be hidden. It's right there. And what happens sometimes is like here's a good example. You want the Fiend Folio with the Cthulhu God in it, or with Cthulhu God taken out? The Cthulhu God, the mistakes are literally worth more, right? So print is a real issue for Wizards of the Coast. And so DM's Bloodworth was like, Scott, why don't you talk about if they're gonna, I think they might, there's a possibility they might just stop printing and go to D&D Beyond. So I want to talk about that today. Will they do that? The answer is no, and I'm going to give you my reasons why. So there's a whole lot of reasons they will never get rid of print. Okay, so first of all, I'll give you the overall reason, right? So one, print is under massive attack print is under attack by the world, okay? And the reason why is it is expensive to print. You have to literally physically print it. You have to distribute it. And then once it's sold as a product, that's all you have, right? You can't really do DLC on a print product, right? So there's all these options which creators love for electronic products, and that generally the people who are buying them hate it, right? Like the biggest one we saw is all the errata that got that just got splashed on to Wizards of the Coast product. For if you own the books, the errata means nothing to you. You don't need to worry about it. You can just use your old books, right? But if you have the digital product, you can't even get the old copy now, right? Because when you connect to that page, they control the electronic, right? So why will they continue to print books? Well, one, profit margin. Okay, so first of all, they make less money it costs less to purchase the digital product. It costs $30, right? Now, I'm not sure what their cost is for making that digital product. It's very difficult to even say what their actual cost is for their digital product, right? Because it's not free, and it's certainly, you don't have to print, on dead trees, right? And you don't have to distribute as electronic, but there is definitely cost there, right? So they're charging right now less for the electronic product, $30 for the book, and you have to pay $50 to get the real book retail. Okay. Now let's make sure we understand though that right now you can frequently get $28 to $32 bog standard pricing from Amazon, and a ton of books are bought through Amazon, and that is literally less or very close to the same as the digital product, right? So why on earth you would ever buy the digital product when you can just get the book, which you own, you control, and you can resell for higher, right? Get this. If you buy the physical book, there's a distinct possibility 10, 20 years from now, if you put that thing on a shelf, even if you read it and used it a few times, you could sell it for a profit, right? Like, whereas, and that's definitely the case right now. Go look at any 1E, 2E actual hardback books. You're going to find those things are worth real money, right? Like, and many of them are double, triple. Some are 10 to 20 times their retail, right? Whereas if you get the electronic and you want to resell that, you know what you can get? Big, fat, goose egg, nothing, right? So basically they make more when they sell a physical print buy. And they can make $20 on top of whatever profit margin. $20 on top of whatever profit margin they get off the electronic. That's per unit. That is a lot. Right? So that is one issue you have going on there, right? Next, you gotta think about. So we talked about that. Why would they also not kill? So they make more, and then here's the other one. They have the right viewers. I cannot tell you how important it is. Today, right, like TikTok, here's a perfect example. I got on TikTok. I actually have some stuff on TikTok. Don't bother going. You can go over there if you want. It's interesting, right? So, I have content on TikTok, right? But the reality is, my youngest daughter, she spends a solid amount of time on TikTok. She's highly engaged on TikTok. She'll show me TikToks that she really enjoys. She'll make references to TikTok. TikTok has the young viewers, right? Dungeons and Dragons has a specific viewer on the print product. Highly intelligent, highly charismatic, highly confident world breakers, man. Like, there are no unimportant people playing Dungeons and Dragons buying the print books. Everybody buying the print books either matters now or will matter in the future or used to matter, right? And what I mean by that is they are doing things and changing things, right? They run companies, they change culture, they are influencers, right? Like, they have money, right? Or they're going to have money, right? And it's just like podcasts. If podcasts they are paid a ridiculous amount per advertisement compared to who actually listens to them. So if you put your content up on YouTube, YouTube's like, here's a few bucks, right? You put content up on podcasts and get a tenth of what you'll get on any YouTube channel, right? You can get double or triple the ad rates on podcasts. And the reason why is people figure this out. Only rich people listen to podcasts. Period. End of sentence. Period. Right? Like, it's just the way it is, right? And that's the biggest issue is Dungeons and Dragons print books speak to Hollywood scriptwriters. They speak to people who are knowledge workers. They speak to people who are interested in politics or going into politics, right? And they speak to the intellectual elite of our world. And there's no way, Wizards of the Coast understands this, and there's no way they're going to set down that channel, because that channel is valuable from a money perspective and an influence perspective and a power perspective, right? It even speaks to celebrities. Celebrities are attracted to the game. And so that will preserve and make sure that Wizards of the Coast is never going to get rid of these print books as long as Dungeons and Dragons is printed. And here's why. The last things that will be printed are sacred texts, comic books, and tabletop role-playing games. They have literally good reasons to be printed. Their layout, their color, their art, right? All of that demands a print product that does not scale, does not represent, does not succeed electronically. And there is a history of the last people in the world to buy print will be religious, comic book nerds, and I'm not using nerd derogatively there. Hope you understand that. And then last, tabletop role-playing game world breakers, because that's what we are. All that is my opinion. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think that Unscripted Unchained RPG Review, DM Bloodworth, has a point that there's a possibility they could abandon print at any point? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.